What's happening, Hammers? Dan Lawless here, and it's Friday, so that means it's time for another edition of the West Ham Week, where I take 3 of the top stories from throughout the week and break them down into 2-minute sections. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave your comments below. This is going to be a big week for debate with some of the topics that's going on here. So leave your comments below and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's get the timer started now. So, as you guys may have seen in the Watford game, fans have started bringing banners to the games. They've got the banners out throughout the game, and I think they've pretty much said lying, thieving, sack the board out of our club, that sort of stuff. So I think there's a couple of banners going around, and there was a massive banner that was taken to outside Sullivan's house, which that had a load of the stuff that happened with that banner outside Sullivan's house. Like, they took the banner, then they got banned, then people are saying they never got banned and it was all a lie. Then it turns out they did get banned, but now they've been unbanned, and I think that's the result is they got banned by a couple of people at the club, and then they got unbanned, which is good because they shouldn't get banned for that. It was well outside the property on public land, and they just held the banner there. And there's rumours about, well, not rumour, I've seen a lot of people saying they're going to continue to bring the banners for future games. Now, I mean, I fully, support what happened at Watford. I think the fans, it was a long time coming. The fans just needing to get the frustration off their chest. It's because it's not just the recent games, it's the whole situation with the stadium moving, how it's been handled. And I think fans really needed to vent that frustration. But I just don't know whether it's the best thing to just keep every game, like, just doing it throughout the game. Like, I understand, like, maybe, towards the end of the game, if the game's gone, or after the game or something, or 5 minutes from the end, bring it all out. But if you're doing it throughout the game, it's going to have some sort of effect. You know what I mean? I'd rather focus on the team and wait till we're either safe or relegated, and then really go hard on it with that sort of thing. So let me know what you guys think about that. So moving on, this is a very, very appropriate thing, considering all them banners and chants and that for sack the board. Well, you guys will love this. Karen Brady has come out and said the board are not leaving. They're not quitters. And she said, we're not quitters, and we are here to honour our commitment and cement the long-term future of West Ham United FC. We are here to see the children who become season ticket holders last year grow up and bring their children to watch their first match. But just one message for those who made their feelings known as loudly as possible at Watford. We understand the frustrations, we hear your complaints, and we really do care. However, for 90 minutes tonight, let's all pull in the same direction and get behind West Ham United. Now, I hate to say it, but I kind of agree with that last statement. But obviously her motives are slightly different. They don't want people to be chanting and singing against them. But yeah, that tells you, I mean, I hope that's not true. Like, I'm telling you, they're not going to leave this season. You're not going to get the board out now. And in fact, I think it'd be madness to have a change of ownership in the middle of a relegation battle. It completely unstabilise the club. So at the end of the season, like, to me, I fully believe that they're not the people to take us where we need to go, or where their ambitions for us are. They're never going to get us beyond what we've always sort of mid-table in the relegation scrap, the odd, you know what I mean, decent season and maybe a European run, like, here and there. I don't think they're the ball to take us forward. And for me, they need to show, if we stay up, spend big money on a manager and see from there. But I think next season, they need to start looking for a big money owner if they care about this club, and move us on to, bigger and better things. I don't think they're the people to take us forward, but they're not going out now. So, lastly, it's all very similar themed. It's all this week. There is a fan group called the Real West Ham Fans, who are planning a protest for either the Arsenal or the Chelsea game. Now, I like this protest in the fact that it's quite a sensible protest. It's with realistic goals, because it's not like we're going to do a protest to get the board out, like, and get them to quit now, because that's just not going to happen. So their aim is, I think they're going to take 5 points. They're looking at 5 points that they can present to the board and say, this is what we want. And it's all stuff around bringing back a lot of our heritage and our history, and making the London Stadium feel a bit more like home. So there's stuff in and around the badge, like getting the old badge back, or at least, you know, putting East London in London, which I've always said, like West Ham United, East London. If I had East London on the badge, then I'd feel a lot happy about that. You know, I'd feel a bit more proud to wear that. But just London, it's just a cheap marketing scheme. Stuff about in the stadium, putting more West Ham stuff, honouring the old history. So all that sort of thing, and maybe sort of look, I think there's stuff about looking after some of the old businesses that was left behind, the old market stalls, the Sweet Man, and things like that. So, but there's nothing set in stone in what the 5 points are. The fans can go and help decide what them points are going to be. I think they had something to do with the claret, the tarpaulin stuff or whatever it is around the edge, going to be changed to claret. But the problem is, and we heard about that, is the money. They don't want to put their hand in their pockets. But that's why stuff like this is important. So I think they're going to do it before Chelsea or Arsenal for maximum impact. So if you want to get involved in that, Real West Ham fans on Facebook, have a look. So thank you guys for watching this week. Like I said, it was very sort of board heavy, and what's going on, as that's been the big topic this week. So, you know, let me know what you guys think. But whether you're bored in, bored out, somewhere in between, you know, 100% we've got to get behind the lads tonight. You know, they have been poor, they have been diabolical and not putting a shift in, but we have to just do our job as the 12th man. You know, whether they're not doing their jobs, we've just got to do our job. And then no one can say anything about us and blame us for not doing our bit. And then at the end, towards the end, if it all goes to shit, then let our feelings be known. That's what I'd say. So, you know, let's see what happens. Leave your comments below. Share the video if you like it. All of that sort of stuff. And one thing left to say. Come on, you Irons.